for today's cup of coffee.
It's 2020 again, bitches. The vibes are back.
Oh, I wonder how many people, of course, weekends viewership is down anyhow. It's not like it's huge any day. But on the weekends, people are doing other stuff. And so me and my smart ass self decided to use in the title, insert whatever it was.
Clickbait title here.
Clickbait title here, yeah. Just to see if anybody would say anything about it. They didn't.
I thought it was pretty. I thought it was a pretty damn good snarky title. It's just typical snark humor that we got.
Yes, because this is how we do. This is the Podling Pirate Ghost Ship. Mm-hmm. With coffee slurps. Incoming coffee slurps. Mm-hmm. And it has been... The energy is so absolutely ridiculous. Heavy. And it's like I was talking to Integrity and Karma online the other day. I said, it's almost like when a woman is giving birth, which, guys, sorry, there's no way to really, verbalize this. But there comes a point in time when you're like, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to die. I mean, there really is that point within the birthing process that a lot of, maybe other women didn't go through that, but a lot of women do go through that. Some women do die during birthing.
Yeah.
But that's one of those, it's that type of energy. It ain't fun.
No.
It ain't fun. But on the outside of it, this is the wonderful thing about giving birth. You have memories of the pain, of knowing that there was pain, but as far as truly reliving the pain, you can't do it. The brain won't let you. Mm-hmm. It's the safeguard. Mm-hmm. So I think that humor is our safeguard.
Yeah.
And memes. And God bless the meme makers and the shitlords. Mm-hmm. Because with everything that is going on in our world today, that is the best way to deal with it.
It is.
And that includes individual lives, because the absurdity of everybody that I know right now is going through some shit that is just, I mean, you couldn't make it up.
Yeah. It's some shit.
Uh-huh. I mean, just ridiculous amounts of trials and tribulation and different things like that. And without getting overtly religious, because I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. 1 Corinthians 1:27, and this was, I have to be reminded every now and then, and it says, but God has chosen the foolish things of the world to put to shame the wise. And God has chosen the weak things of the world to put to shame the things which are mighty. So when you think that something like a meme can't have power, rethink that.
Yeah, it has a lot. That's why the higher ups don't like memes.
Mm-hmm. Never underestimate the power of a man-mile prayer.
Yeah. It's that old crone prayer.
Uh-huh. It is.
There's a lot. There's seriously people are like, oh, there's no power in that. No, they're the ones with the most power a lot of the time.
Absolutely. Your older people that they have relied on prayer for many, many years, and that can be a powerful thing.
Yeah.
Just because they appear to be old and frail and weak. And it's been a week of things appearing old and frail and weak, hasn't it? That's all I'm going to say.
Well.
And the memes have just,
they've been flowing. This is a strange time.
And there's a lot, even as far as some of that, people to sit there and call other people in check and go, look, this is the thing. Kid and I, many years ago, there was a person in our life that had brought our family great harm. Immense harm. And lives a quarter of a mile from us.
Yeah.
And it was a matter of God sitting there, and it was that, pray for him. pray for him. And I'm like, God, I don't want to pray for him. Pray for him. And it's like, I will argue with God. But ultimately, I will always do what he wants me to do. And he had said, whenever that he does what he's going to do, to turn away. To not mock or whatever, because... And this is sort of what we're seeing right now on this. And this is just ours, because when you reap what you sow, it's never pretty.
No. And that's going to come to front because we are in the Saturn retrograde right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so
some of us personally,
karma and other shit is happening.
Yeah, that's the Saturn return that I'm at. And to find Saturn in Pisces, really.
Why has a lot of things been in Pisces this year?
I don't know, but that's where you get a lot of that overt emotional, uncontrolled emotion. And with some people, because that they are very emotionally immature, it's manifesting as adults throwing temper tantrums like children. It's unbecoming.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. We've seen that.
And that's why I was telling Kid that,
all over TikTok.
Some of these lessons, it is a matter to sit back and for someone to reflect and go, okay, I'm 30 or 40 years old and I'm throwing a temper tantrum like a 2-year-old. Maybe I need to refocus and figure out who I am.
Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, why am I expressing my emotions like this? What is...
Right.
What do I need to change? What do I need to fix?
Exactly. And it's opportunity.
Yeah.
But a lot of these people are not seeing the opportunity. And some of them are okay being grown children. I don't get that. I really don't. I've tried to look at it from every conceivable angle. And that's one of the things they're on X, that I think the children, they were Asian. I don't know if they were Chinese or if they were Taiwanese or if they were Japanese or what. But this one little dude, and he was like tiny, like 2 or 3. And that as far as you had people that were playing drums.
Mm-hmm.
He had perfect rhythm. He knew what he was supposed to do because they teach their children what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Instead of allowing the children to be the boss or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's a formula for disaster.
It is. Some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Some shit.
Mm-hmm. But as far as the memes, and you can find meme generators if you want to try your hand at it. The one I have here is something that was a stock meme that came from, what is this thing? And I don't know that it's called Canva. And of course they want you to subscribe to it, which I probably will not, because some of the people that are younger and have more time and more expertise on some of these things.
So you use Canva?
It was just a stock. I haven't even,
Okay.
I have dreams of being a shitlord one of these days. I should ask oldest kid. It's like, help me become a shitlord. Because he is. He is.
It's just taking a screenshot from a show or whatever that correlates with whatever you're about to say,
Yeah.
or whatever else.
Yeah. Well, that was like the one from the GIF, which is a type of a file. It's
an animated picture.
GIF. And some of them are animated and some of them are not even animated. It's just the picture itself is how they're doing it on X. From the Green Mile, where the gentleman was sitting there going, I'm tired, boss.
When life just keeps throwing shit at your
Absolutely.
way. I'm tired, boss.
But even seeing a GIF or a meme like that, to sit there and go, somebody else, it's not just me.
Yeah.
And when you can share the gift of humor, or, it's that camaraderie to sit there and go, honey, it ain't just you. That's important in our world today.
It is.
Because the forces of darkness are trying to prevent human beings from laughing together, being with each other. It's the same shit that they did back in 2020.
Yeah. They're trying to do that now. Since the elections are coming up.
Mm-hmm. And that is
I ain't
something...
going to go any further than that. But.
Right. Those of us here in America and stuff, and it's like it is that sort of Damocles. Mm-hmm. It's just hanging.
And where everyone has trauma from that period, too.
Oh, yeah. That's worldwide.
Yeah. It's literally like, oh, no, not again.
Mm-hmm. It is that collective trauma, that collective PTSD.
Yeah.
And it is a matter of teaching and urging other people, step back from it, get a new perspective. Mm-hmm. Because ultimately, we don't know what God's doing with this.
No.
And this one may think they're doing that, and that one may have plans to do this, and that the devil's going to do whatever. God ain't done what he's going to do yet. I know that.
Oh, yeah. He's just... Like, it's already in motion. It's just a matter of it, like, that final, like, boom.
Mm-hmm. He gives people time.
Yeah.
He gives them plenty of time. But within this period of time, it is important that if you see the devil doing one thing, go and do the other. If you see him trying to isolate you from other people or from friendships or support systems or anything like that, you sit there and go, nope. But now, during this period of time, are people showing who they truly are? Absolutely.
Yeah. Some shit.
And there's been, and that is something that was heartbreaking for so many people back during 2020, that people in relationships that they had for many years was suddenly severed. Mm-hmm. And it's like, if it has to go, and as painful as it is, let it go.
Yeah.
And trust that new friendships, new alliances, different things like that will be formed. Yeah. Yep.
Painful. The birthing process. That's a new beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this ain't easy. It ain't easy.
No, it's going to be painful. Just like birth, it's painful.
Mm-hmm. But it will be worth it when it's over.
Yeah.
But it is a process. But while you're waiting, learn a new skill. Learn how to be a meme maker. Mm-hmm. Learn how to be a shitlord. Yeah. Learn different skills. I don't care what age you are. You can learn how to do different things like that. Share some of the skills that you have online. That I have honestly been enjoying X, especially this weekend, because we are having those solar storms, and then we had actual rain and stuff like that here. And so my body was not cooperating with me at all.
No.
But it was a matter of going through X, and there is one of the channels, I don't know what the hell to call them, that's flowers. That they had these flower shows, and some of them absolutely amazing. They had bred this one type of lily, and it was black, and at the edges of it, it looked like flame. You had the orange and the yellow, and just gorgeous. And street artist, who he will find, he sees the world just a little differently.
Yeah.
And he would find things on like a sidewalk or whatever, and he carried his little box of chalks with him. Uh-huh. And would draw these amazing designs out of chalk. And he knows that they are temporal. They're just there for a short period of time. Mm-hmm. But through the technology, he's able to share that with millions.
Yeah.
You know? And so if it's funny, if it's silly, different things like that, stuff that's really cool. There's a channel that I've been, different types of gemstones and crystals and stuff, and it's just like, that is amazing.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. What does it do? Because that's that moon in Gemini.
Yeah.
And to share things like that. And if these people, every now and then I'll do something as far as on the political spectrum, but not usually. Because I understand it's the forces of darkness versus humanity. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what kind of label they put on, after themselves. By their fruit, you'll know them.
Yep.
Whatever letter they've got behind their name, have they done anything to help you?
Right.
Yeah. So it is a matter of the podlings working together and helping each other. Mm-hmm. Because what's going on in America right now, and I think in other nations, that you have had the taxpayers that are the new serf class.
That's what Gen Z's been trying to do. Mm-hmm. They've been trying to be self-sufficient rather than rely on the government.
Exactly.
That's why they're going back to the bartering system. Mm-hmm. Trading. It's like, okay, I got this and I can make you whatever. Will you give me that in return?
Right. And that works well, unless you're doing something like electricity or fuel for your vehicle or something like that.
Yeah. But I do wonder how that's going to be with people like, for example, making clothing, because not many people make fabric now.
There was a gentleman that Mike Rowe, we had watched something about Mike Rowe. I adore Mike Rowe.
He's an amazing dude.
He is a quality human being. And that he had I don't know, he's got some kind of little show or whatever there on YouTube. He's a very busy man. Mm-hmm. And if you've never watched Dirty Jobs, do yourself a favor, because Mike Rowe gets it. He understands that these are the unsung heroes that keep nations afloat.
Yeah.
And that he shows what these people, how hard some of these people work so that the rest of us can have it easier.
Right.
And if you're one of those hardworking people, thank you.
Yes.
And that's one of the things as far as growing up in a rural area, in a farming community and different things like that. We understand what it takes.
Very grateful.
Yeah. You've got some of these other people, they have no clue.
Mm-hmm. That's some hard work there.
But he was talking with this young man that is bringing back a textile, I think it's on a very small scale, textile factory to produce flannel shirts.
Ooh.
And they were talking about the ones that you can get in the stores now that are cheap, and they are cheap quality. They're not the actual classic flannel shirts.
Right, because the classic flannel shirts used to hold in heat, and they were heavy duty.
That, and the more you wore them, the better they were.
Yeah.
And it's like when you had one that somebody had for years, and they had that thin quality to them, and it was like a favorite blanket.
Yeah.
And that you could keep them for years, as opposed to the ones now, some of this stuff, you get it, you wash it 2 or 3 times, it's torn up. Mm-hmm. And he said that the ones in the stores now, that it's not the actual plaid design in it, that it's printed on it.
That's some shit.
Well, yeah.
But that makes a lot of sense as to why it's so thin.
Mm-hmm. Everything has gotten thin. I mean, and it has to do with profit.
Everything has gotten shit quality.
Big time. I mean, even as far as denim, from when I was a kid, and you have different grades, you have different weights in fabric and stuff like that. And you could have a pair of jeans that could last for years and years and years. Mm-hmm. Not now. Because it is this planned obsolescence.
It is.
And as far as how that is damaging not only cultures and different things like that, but as far as if you want to go the environmental route, that this stuff ends up places that it should not be.
Yeah, it promotes over-consuming like overconsumption as far as buying and stuff like that. Consumerism.
Absolutely. And how much is enough?
Right.
And so these are things during this period of time that we need to go back and re-examine. And I've been doing this for years, and it's like, oh God, I've already done this once, so I have to do it again. And it's that, it's like, I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. But
it's just growing pains.
I can learn how to be a shitlord.
Yeah.
And like I said, this was stock meme, but it was great. So,
I can't wait to see
laugh at the absurdities.
Yeah.
The absurdities in others, the absurdities within what's going on in our world right now, because that is poking holes in the power in darkness.
Mm-hmm. Well, that goes back to 2020 and TikTok during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you had your toxicity a lot beforehand, but during that time, people more so focused on humor on there.
Yeah.
And it was a lot better content during that time because everybody was going through the same shit or similar.
Exactly.
So they just wanted to spread joy and happiness or whatever.
But I would like to think that our world would be something more than just trauma bonding.
Right.
And maybe it's just a matter of people coming together and helping each other heal.
I think that's what it is. It's not,
And like I said, again, with the humor and the Harry Potter thing where whatever that creature was that would come out and take the form of whoever's worst fears, and that they taught them to combat that through making it into something humorous. There's wisdom there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Interesting times we are in right now.
Oh, yeah. Perilous times.
I wouldn't say they're perilous.
Yeah.
It's not,
Yeah, I would. I really would, because that's what Scripture talks about. Perilous times will come. Yeah.
Maybe I just don't know the definition of perilous then, so.
That is very, very dangerous. Peril is danger.
Oh, see, when I think of perilous, the people have what I learned that perilous was like, oh, it's hopeless.
No, dangerous, is not hopeless. And that is one of the things that's why the humor is needed.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is uplifting. It uplifts your heart. It uplifts your spirit. Different things like that.
Yeah.
It's needed. It's necessary. And it is so often and so easily forgotten.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, final thoughts.
Be kind.
Mm-hmm.
Laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Watch a comedy skit.
Sure. Create a comedy skit.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things.
Write some jokes. Some of them may bomb. A lot of them won't.
Dad jokes have been going around for a couple of years, and those are
everybody
the ones
loves
who just groan, but they're hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing with that groan. It's not a bad thing. It's always like, oh, that hurt. But it's always funny. Like, you always love the joke.
Yeah. It's like at one pizza commercial. It's been on there.
Huh?
The pizza commercial for Mellow Mushroom. And it's one's like, what do you call, I don't know, sad pizza or cheap pizza or something. It was pepper phony. And that other kid was just like, oh. And he's like, I'm going to transfer. I don't blame him.
Love
hey,
those jokes.
at least he had pizza.
Yeah.
So, if you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, tinfoil hats, dad jokes, if you would like to share memes, put those in the comment section. You can't put the memes in the comment section, but you can put them over on X.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can do that.
cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com.
Someone was able to post a picture in the TikTok comments.
Okay.
And I'm like, everybody reply to them, how do you do that?
Maybe they're trying to branch out and do like X on some of this.
Oh, they're trying to make it like an all-in-one platform. Yeah. So you got your shop, like you can go on there and buy stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah. I've ordered a few things from TikTok shop.
Yeah.
You know, and they're actually really good prices.
Well, yeah, but that's, I don't know. I don't know anything about anything. I mean, other than coffee.
You can post stories on there. You can post pictures. You know, all that.
Well, and that is one of the things.
And it gives you the option to download photos.
I'm still, you know, but it's like, if our government's like, we've got to ban TikTok, that means it's got to have some kind of redeeming quality.
Yeah. Oh, they already got a backup plan.
Okay.
They're already making another platform that's based here in America.
Okay.
That is going to be like a hub, like the main street of the internet.
Well, I tell you something. It would not surprise me within the very near future, like Google and some of these people that are monopolies, and that things that have needed to be done for a very long time. I mean, the fact that Google does own YouTube and all these other things, that's a monopoly.
Yeah.
And too big to fail is never a reality. So
exactly.
At some point, could they be forced to be broken up into different companies? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can see Google falling flat on their face real fast. Mm-hmm. Same with you, Apple.
Oh, yeah. Well, Apple, as far as them forcing people to do, you know, only use their products, that you have to have their people work on the products. No, that's just shitty.
They got sued.
Well, yeah, they needed it.
And so they had to redesign, like, their latest design. You can actually sort of take it apart again, like the old phones.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those, one ring to rule them all for anything never works well.
And instead of I'm trying to think of what it's called. Anyway, it's like their designated charger. They finally switched it over to USB-C.
Well,
it's about damn time, after people have been begging them for years and then them not listening.
It is never a good idea for a company to abuse its consumers.
Right.
That's a bad business model.
And that's what a lot of companies have been doing for years.
Yeah, that's what the government's doing, because in some ways it is a business, and they've been abusing the consumers for a minute.
Oh, it's not just been like a few years for them. It's been centuries.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like,
decades.
Ask Marie Antoinette how some of that shit went.
She shouldn't have been in that position to begin with, flat out.
Exactly. So, before we keep talking, go ahead and do your outro.
If you like this video, leave a comment, like, share. Check her out on BitChute and Rumble at Relentless Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter. Relentless, COCWS. It's like a radio station call sign. It's really cool. Check her out.
Yeah, I usually post some pretty interesting. If I find it uplifting, interesting, whatever, yeah. That's what mine is. Every now and then I'll post something that's original.
Yeah.
Those are the ones people pass by, and some of them they need to be passed by. Random thoughts. Just random thoughts on the internet.
It's also golden hour right now.
Yeah.
And it looks beautiful outside.
It is. It looks almost very autumnish already.
Sort of, but not quite. It's like
weird.
A very beautiful golden hue.
Mm-hmm. As long as it's not green, because green can mean tornadoes, and it's like, yeah, no. Anyhow.
We're in the valley, so we're good.
Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
And if you want to be treated like shit, then you might want to do some self-reflection on that.
Absolutely.
Treat others with kindness like you would want to be treated.
Fourth step, took a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we'll see you on next cup.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.